This is Claudia Pruett. I'm talking about Elliott Carter. He was born on December the 12th, 1908 in New York City. His parents' name was Flora and Elliott Carter Sr. He passed away on November the 5th of 2012. He was 103 years old. His father was a very wealthy importer, so he spent a lot of his time in France. He learned the French language at a very young age. He also took piano lessons very early in life. He became very seriously interested in music while he was still in high school. He was encouraged at that time by Charles Ives. Elliott Carter attended Harvard College, earning a master's degree in music in 1932. Some of his teacher was Walton Paston. Like many American composers, he studied in Paris with Nadine Boulanger. He studied privately with Nadine and then attended École Nouvelle de la Musique school. After completing his education, he moved back to New York City to start composing music. Elliott Carter worked as a teacher at St. John College, Yale University, Cornell College, and the Juilliard School of Music. Elliott Carter was internationally recognized as one of the most great American voices in classical music, a leading figure of the modernists of the 20th and 21st century. He was hailed as one of the American music poets, also noted as one of the most distinguished creative artists in his field. Elliott Carter's career spanned over 75 years with more than 150 pieces ranging from chamber music to orchestra music to an opera. Elliott Carter received honors including the Pulitzer Prize on 2 occasions, once in 1960 for his String Quartet No. 2 and again in 1973 for his String Quartet No. 3. Elliott Carter was the first composer to receive United States National Medal of the Arts and only a handful of the composers inducted into the American Classical Music Hall of Fame. Elliott Carter's early works, such as his Symphony No. 1 and Holiday Overture, are written in neoclassical styles influenced by his friends Copeland and Hinsmith. After the World War II, in his String Quartet No. 1, he started to develop a signature rhythm and harmonic language. Elliott Carter wrote many pieces based on literature throughout his career, set in text by acclaimed American poets such as John Ashbery, Elizabeth Bishop, and E. E. Cummings, just to name a few. Elliott Carter had a creative burst of imagination beginning in 1980 with a work called Night Fantasy. His major orchestra essays such as his Aubert Concert, 3 Occasions for the Orchestra, and the Violin. He wrote only one opera, What's Next was its title. Carter composed more than 60 works after the age of 90, including his Awakening Dialogue, 3 Allusions for Opera, and In the Distance of the Sleep. In Carter's final years, he continued to complete works with astonishing frequency, like an intervention for the piano and the orchestra, the Flute Concert, and What Are the Years, and the American Submarine. He completed his last orchestra works, Instant, was premiered by the Seattle Symphony in 2013. In his Flute Concert in 2008 is not as complex as his earlier work. He wrote this when he was 99 years old. The Flute Concert is perhaps a less mosaic-like episodes of changing moods and less rapid than his earlier works. The fast harmony, like the ones in which the solos enters and rapidly alternate between the 2 pitches and rapidly in procedure change of dynamics. The orchestra is used sparingly. Sharp wind chords are at the start, outlining the harmony based on the piece. The flute plays a quick harmony and then a staying chord. A clear, quiet vibrato orchestra bass is laid for the flute. Accompanied by the orchestra rarely strikes out on its own. The orchestra burst becomes more intense, in which the solo is all the single notes separated by the rest. The orchestra burst marks a clear beginning of the lyrica, or the words. The orchestra burst makes a clear beginning of the words, where the solo lines are supported and filled in by the orchestra flute, a surprising interplay of almost identical timbre. Finally, the soloist embarks on a quick, lively, disjointed event that pushes the piece to the close. So let's listen to the Flute Concerto, and I hope you enjoy this piece, and thanks for listening.